problem is who is controlling my YouTube. So this is the problem. Okay, another problem. The Pakistani ex-Muslims. Well, that's not that important. I could just leave and, without seeing anything. Oh, so I might be in my country under fined for discriminating against Pakistani and Indians also. So there are these trolls who had come, and I've known them on Madiha talks this, and now it's been bothering me. Ali Shah ex-Muslim, ये पता नहीं कैसे लोग हैं ये इंडियन भी जो आते हैं उधर और I was just removing my likes and all this from Madiha talks, and I saw that this Anna, oh what's her name, Anna Haq comes there. So yeah, she's been coming there. I didn't know that. I thought maybe she, is trying to distract Madiha by saying that someone else. Um, they go everywhere, and then there are trolls and all this. So maybe someone made her. Oops, made her. What you call it? ID and start abuse. So it could be my uh, many trolls and um, all this. And one Sarah had come, but with a different ID. She told me her name was Sarah on my live stream, and they're trolling me, and I could see that, and because Empowering Family was with me, then, the trollers. And the Indians are helping these Pakistani ex-Muslims, like Alish ex-Muslim. All this is going on, and the Pakistanis have the audacity to come here, like Fahad Ali, to tell me that what was on this point. Um, okay, my channel is small, and I don't want it to be big or anything. Just that if it gets to the proper people, you can share on what I do on the Quran ayats and all. So I wanna, I'm now in a like my mental health. Otherwise, ये आलतू फालतू समझाए क्या हमको कि हम उधर आईडीज बना रहे हैं उनके नाम के और डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं और एक दूसरे में बात कर रहे हैं और लाइक मैं अलाउ नहीं करूँगी इधर मैं बहुत इधर वो आपको नहीं मिलेगा सेटिस्फैक्शन इंडियन पाकिस्तानी आते हैं ना एक दूसरे में बात करते हैं when the person is chosen तो ये मैंने उधर किधर डिबेट के उधर देखा था कोई चैनल था कि दूसरे भी ऐसे लोग करते हैं मुझे बहुत रूड लगता है फाइंड इट वेरी रूड तो मैं ये अलाउ नहीं करूँगी एक्चुअली आई वांटेड टू इवन क्लोज माय लाइव चैट बिकॉज इधर कोई ऐसा है नहीं जिसको हम ट्रस्ट कर सकें और फिर मुझे नहीं पता शायद मैं भी कोविड नार्सिसिस्ट हूँ जो मैंने अभी बशीर दानिश बशीर के उधर देखा तो जो मैं अपने आप को बोलती थी और जो मेरा फीलिंग आता था कि अगर किसी को चाहना है तो उसको फ्रीडम देना है उसको उस पोजेसिव नहीं होना है ऐसा इमोशनली अटैच नहीं होना है कि फिर तुम छोड़ नहीं सको but I've seen that when it comes to someone I was supposed to marry a cousin तो वो मैंने ड्रामा व्रामा उधर नहीं किया और मैंने छोड़ दिया I found someone the one I wanted to marry, but it didn't work out with this Pakistani man. So, पता नहीं किसने इंटरफियर किया शायद मेरे फादर ने इंटरफियर किया क्या वो I had told my father when he was in Singapore. तो ये थोड़ा मेरा I go into details otherwise. तो ये भी है कि इधर ऐसे-ऐसे लोग हैं और इंडियंस भी सही नहीं है, मुझे बिल्कुल भी सही नहीं लगते। अम, कुछ रिफाइंड नहीं है। लाइक मेरे चैनल पे लाइव स्ट्रीम आई विल नॉट टॉलरेट दिस काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग। ये फ्रीडम के फ्री स्पीच के नाम पे लाइक ऐसा ये हरासमेंट है और यूट्यूब ने रखा है कि फॉलो द स्टैंडर्ड्स, सो रीड द यूट्यूब community standards and follow them. फिर आप रूड कमेंट्स और ये देते हैं और एक तो लोगों को फॉर ग्रांटेड लेना। तो ये नूरिया खान, एडम सीकर भी पाकिस्तानी ओरिजिन और ये मदीहा भी पाकिस्तानी, डॉक्टर मदीहा पाकिस्तानी ओरिजिन। तो ये नहीं जाएगा ना इनका ये टेकिंग फॉर ग्रांटेड पीपल। हम लोग आलतू फालतू लोग हैं। मैंने तो उधर कमेंट लिखा है, शेयर भी किया इधर पोस्ट में। तो कोई देख रहा हो या नहीं, इसलिए कि ज़्यादातर तो लोग लाइक ऐसे उसमें जाते हैं ना जिनको डिबेट चाहिए, एंटरटेनमेंट चाहिए, बहुत ज़्यादा तमाशा चाहिए। ये स्टाइल चाहिए ना, स्ट्रीम यार्ड क्या हमें अलाउ करें कि बात करें। और ये एक तो मुझे लगता है कि मदीहा को, डॉक्टर मदीहा को मेरे जो कमेंट्स में वो भी इग्नोर कर रही थी कि हम आलतू फालतू लोग हैं क्या। वैसे मुझे कोई इनसे अटेंशन नहीं चाहिए, लाइक ना मैं, मुझे कोई परवाह है इनकी। मैं तो हाँ, मैं डॉक्टर अफ़ाफ़ और इनका वो जो चैनल बहुत एडमायर कर लेती हूँ अभी तक, डॉक्टर अफ़ाफ़। या मैं मदीहा को बिल्कुल भी admire नहीं। और ये अली शाह और ये ट्रोल्स आते हैं और ये इंडियन इंडियन भी कम नहीं है। और पता नहीं क्या चाहते हैं, लाइक क्या करना चाहते हैं। और वैसे अच्छा है कि इंसान चुप ही रहे ऑन साइलेंस, बिकॉज फिर मुसलमान हंसेंगे कि एक्स मुस्लिम देखो कितने डिसयूनाइटेड है। वो तो हर बात पे ले लें, दुश्मन ऐसे खड़े हुए हैं हमारे, कहते हैं ना। तो ये भी है। और किधर चुप रहना, शुड कीप क्वाइट बिकॉज द मुस्लिम्स दे विल बी लाफिंग। एक तो उधर वो पैलेस्टीनियन कह रहा था कि ये इज़राइल एपार्थाइड स्टेट है और उसके अगेंस्ट, उनके अगेंस्ट कह रहा था मुसाब हसन कि वो तो सिर्फ रिलीजन के ऊपर है, लेकिन दिस इज अ एपार्थाइड स्टेट उसको। तो ये पैलेस्टीनियन एक्स मुस्लिम या सिक्यूलर, उनका नाम पता नहीं क्या है, सिक्यूलर व्हाट इज हिज नेम। और ये मिले हुए, ये इनके दोस्त है ना, ग्रुप्स बनाए हुए और द मेकिंग ग्रुप्स, they have backing and support and all this nonsense. तो मुझे तो नहीं लगता कि कहते हैं कि थोड़ा सा सपोर्ट तो चाहिए इंसान को, लाइक हम थोड़ी कोई फॉरेस्ट में, जंगल में रह रहे हैं। So I said, if I can't help you, maybe I'm also a covert narcissist. God knows, I'm trying to check myself. Uh, लेकिन मुझे तो कुछ आसार लग रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान जो, बस वो हम जो है ना वो, मैंने तो हमारे शियाओं में भी देखा पाकिस्तानी, लाइक वो हेल्प नहीं करेंगे, वो सिर्फ हुसैन के लिए रोएंगे। ये हमें ऐसा कहना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन लाइक तभी तो पाकिस्तान का हशर नशर है। इसमें भी कि नहीं कि सिर्फ सुन्नीस कांट स्टैंड पाकिस्तान, पाकिस्तानी शियाज, बट also हमारे में वो बात नहीं है। शायद हम लोग भी बॉर्डर लाइन कोविडनासिस हैं, जो दानिश बशीर ने भी, कि हमें थोड़ी एम्पैथी लगती है। और then I was seeing if maybe I'm also covidnasis on the borderline. It's very dangerous and we don't realize that we are covidnasis. अच्छा, और ये मैंने बनाया था फेसबुक के लिए। तो ये कहते हैं कि जो ये सैम वक्नीन ये जो वर्ल्ड सेवियर्स कहते हैं ना अपने आप को, तो मैं कह रही थी कि लाइक सब मिले, जैसे उस गाने से मैं इंस्पायर हुई थी, या हील द वर्ल्ड, हील द वर्ल्ड, और ऐसे ना सेव द वर्ल्ड, मीनिंग सेव ईच अदर, लाइक इंस्पिरेशन, आप कुछ दे सकें और कभी रीच आउट कर सकें। मैं तो यानी सिस्टर गर्ट्रूड जो दारुल सकून की थी, वो तो खैर पता नहीं इंडियंस मदर टेरेसा ऑफ कलकत्ता क्या 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 बोलते हैं, लेकिन हमारे यहाँ जो क्रिश्चियंस थे ना, सिस्टर गर्ट्रूड, वो तो बहुत अच्छी थी। और लेकिन कहते हैं लेकिन वो तो मुसलमान के बच्चे हैं ना, जो मुसलमान पेरेंट्स थ्रो करते थे। माय टीचर टोल्ड मी, मिस्टर सा टोल्ड मी कि जाओ दारुल सकून देखो कैसे। तो थोड़ा-सा मुझे कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि माय प्रिंसिपल आल्सो सेड द सेम थिंग दैट मिस डिसा टोल्ड मी इन चाइल्डहुड। पता नहीं अब मैं शायद कैसे स्पॉइल्ड हूँ, लाइक मैं तो किस चीज़ में मैं लाइक स्पॉइल्ड हूँ? मैं अपने आप को लाइक वडेरी लैंडलॉर्ड लाइक क्या समझती हूँ? हाँ, थोड़ा कीड़ा आ गया है कि I didn't want to love the principal, get attached to her. Love, I feel, is like an unconditional love, और किसी के लाइफ में दखल अंदाजी नहीं देना, एंड इफ इट इज कमिंग इन, इफ शी इज रिस्पॉन्डिंग, तो वो थोड़ा रिस्पॉन्ड भी कर रही थी, लेकिन मैंने कहा एक कान से सुना है। आई ओके, आई आस्क्ड हर, बट फिर भी मैंने कहा कि तुम फिर भी अगर वो कहती है कि टेक मी एज यू नो, आई वेंट एंड आस्क्ड हर फॉर एग्जांपल, राइट? सो इन द बिगिनिंग आई वाज लाइक, अच्छा यू डोंट नो अबाउट द होल स्टोरी अबाउट माय प्रिंसिपल एंड आई। तो वो मुझे एक एम्प्टीनेस हुआ था, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल फीलिंग आई थी, that I could live without Mr. Sa and not be depressed and not go for the reconciliation all the time. कि वापस आ जाओ, you were a family friend, you know my mother would be so delighted to see you. तो उसने तो बिल्कुल ही कट कर दिया था उन्होंने मिस्टर सा ने, साथ पता नहीं, we were just different। कि उन्होंने कहा था कि we are friends after school। मैं तो उनको एक ग्रैंड आंट की तरह देखती थी। I didn't call her mom Asteria because she was not married, and she didn't have any children. So we actually think about it. We can call them auntie, but we can't call them mom after school. Like when she used to come for my birthdays and come over for dinner when she was invited to my place for several, 6 years, whenever or 5 years and a half when we got close when I joined graduate. तो आती थी मेरे घर ये, खैर तो प्रिंसिपल नहीं आए, मैंने उनको फोर्स नहीं किया, लेकिन मैंने उनको ओपन इनविटेशन दी थी, और ये सब ख़त्म हो गया था मेरा डिप्रेशन एंड क्राइम inside and being in hell without Mr. Sa. So the separation took 6 years also. Like in the sixth year, God gave me a miracle, I thought, and completely empty, and I could live without her. So then I was like, guilty feeling, and I was like, I'm never going to get close to any woman, a teacher or a principal. Keep a low profile in this college. And I don't know what happened in third year, what I had planned, and what I asked God, what I thanked God for, that God, the way He blessed me, saved me, and my teacher. No more do I have to go there and disturb her to come back. So तो पता नहीं कोविड नार्सिसिस्ट हो सकते हैं, तो सब अपना सेल्फिश, like checking myself. When I was okay, when I was normal, Mr. Sa took me to she was stunned, Jaws movie, but I realized that this is a movie, and I wasn't that startled that when the Jaws comes directly on the screen with the mouth open for the shark, that I didn't hold Mr. Sa's and go like startled. hold her hand. I didn't hold her hand. She held my hand, right? She put her hand on my hand, which was on the side of the seat. Um, but like I wasn't that moved, and since I had my favorite teacher, adorable, I adored her from childhood. So watching, maybe half of my mind was that I'm sitting next to Mr. Safar now 1 hour or so, minutes 2 hours. So maybe I wasn't that startled because I had my teacher with me that I adored about the Jaws movie. In the Jaws movie theater, watching it. Yeah, so there comes, maybe there was a time in my life where maybe you think, you know, seems like, the world, you are the only one there in the world or something important. Although Hussein, being a Shia, I couldn't find, I couldn't be like Sister Gertrude later on when that guilt that, if we are Husseinis, was, it wasn't coming from inside of me. And the way I suffered, maybe over self pity came or what, I couldn't get over it. And so self pity, may have come in, and I would watch I'd look at the beggars on the street in Karachi, and that would make me even more depressed, and I couldn't help and more guilty that I can't help. And then, becoming friends with Christians, and they would and say that they or think that something. And, and being Shia and the Imam Hussein. So what's the use? Okay, we can go to majlises, but I start to question that also, and I start to question like, isn't it terrible? Is it right to like someone's being raped and you tell God, "Oh, for that person's sake, may my daughters not be raped? Like Bibi Zainab ke chadar ke sadke, for the sake of Bibi Zainab's veil, Lady Zainab's veil, or for the sake of Shah Qasim, टुकड़ों में आया था, like in pieces. Imam Hussain, that we have a successful marriage and we get married. Dula Tanawa, like that, they had gotten married. It's in one of the majlises. Um, like, so I started questioning all this also in my religion. And then I didn't find I was so depressed. Mr. Sai and I separated when I was 15 and a half years old. So like I couldn't give anymore. I couldn't live. But there are people. There's a nun story or someone getting up and they have said that their parents were murdered in front of them, or her mother was raped in front of her, and or Joan of Arc, or like then but they um, uh, they were are now they they wouldn't go for revenge or anything, or they wouldn't be depressed about like they rose above that and they helped humanity and they worked for human rights and all right. That's what I should have done. So when I couldn't find myself doing that, maybe there was some element of self-pity that I didn't detect, or some said you can't take the rejection of your teacher, and I felt like it was more than rejection, that someone had betrayed me. I felt betrayed. And before someone could tell me this, I was myself writing in my diary that it feels more than rejection. I don't think it's rejection. I don't feel, I feel betrayal. So I had to trust my inner, uh, the pain that I was going through. Like this pain is not of rejection, that I would be stubborn, that I've been rejected by Mr. Sa. You know, I was rejected by my cousin, who I was supposed to marry, but I left him in a very, I no revenge or anything. I was like, don't even, why cry over uh, something, someone who doesn't deserve crying over, right? So he likes another beautiful girl, but he used me before that. And I was like, Khali Wali, you know. So I didn't go for the revenge. If I had to go for the revenge, so am I a covert narcissist, borderline even? I would, even now, I would check myself. But I couldn't do that myself. Yeah. Like, you know, rise above it. But when I did rise above it, it was in the 6th year of our separation now. It, oh, I got emotionally attached to Mrs. Munira, my principal, in 3rd year. You know, like I still had this guilt that I can't make people happy, and I would try to come home and make my mother happy, but I couldn't, not that much. And, recently, my father had also, we had found out that he had married another woman and all this. So my mother was in that. I couldn't make her happy. So, you know, like no one can take the other person's place. So she had, so this, even I couldn't reconcile. We would have children with her. But this, not preparing ourselves, and it is in this religion, you know, just to, Allah has allowed it, so you just go and get married to the other woman, and don't tell your children. You're not responsible for that. It's horrible in Shia Islam also. So my father later on was telling me that, oh, well, I'm allowed in my religion. So who are you to object to it? Yeah, but he doesn't remember the promise he made in childhood. Sorry, excuse me. Uh, okay, these Pakistani so I have to like check myself, and because you know there are people who talk and no action. No, no, I mean sarcastically. Yeah, so I became cynical also of life and God's existence and my religion. So I'm trying to explain. I don't know why I explain so much. Maybe writing letters to Mr. Sa, explaining away. This is a habit, but I tried to keep this habit away from Mrs. Munira. Oh, no, no, when I told me this is dangerous. So now, before it was unhealthy relationship, and always scared of myself. Now, after the separation, I can't take it. Someone called me stubborn. Someone said it's rejection. You can't take. So if it was rejection from Mr. I couldn't take, then I shouldn't have been able to take it gracefully from my cousin also, right? At that time, my cousin had not told my father, neither had my father asked, do you want to marry my daughter or not? So this, and then a rejection from someone else I fell in love with, wanted to marry a daughter. I thought that I had definitely, there was this chemistry. And so, yeah, there could be that, there's not that compassion in me to like reach out to people, although I feel guilty. So there could be a slight covert narcissist thing in me, right? And selfishness, like, and self pity. And so, what is it that I'm not able to take, that I can't even rise above this now? Because God had given me that feeling of emptiness that I loved. This time I could face, I could see a whole future without my teacher that I had known since childhood for 6 years with her, attached to her. What is it? So I can't go beyond. I don't have that good in me. Like, I pray to God. I've been chasing after goodness. Um, and then I wonder, where is God? Where is God in Karachi, God-forsaken city? Why don't you help the people? But then I saw the Christian, like Sister Gertrude, and they went beyond me. And my own grandaunt was a service lady, but never ever said she was that I've contributed. She only told me once, pray that I don't become dependent on anyone. And she used to say, Neki karo darya mein phek do. Like, do a good deed and throw it in the ocean's water. So her nephew, this was my grandaunt, so her nephew recently in Dubai told me when I met her, and when I met him, he said, I said, Mimi said this. He said, uh, forget even no, I would say that forget even that we have done any good deed. I've done no good deed. So that we have done any good deed to throw it in. But she was a service lady. So kindness and all this. Recently going through, you people exploit this. They take you for granted. Sometimes I used to wonder if I took my mother for granted, right? And loved Miss Tissa too much, adored her. And then the principal. Um, mother we take for granted, and I could def. I used to wonder, check, I taken my mother for, why can't I love my mother as I adored Mr. Sun? And I felt guilty when loving the principal also. That that's why I used to ask my mother, like, I'm going to my principal's place. Are you happy? She would say, yes. You go. I'm telling you, I'm good. Like, I would never, for this, I could leave the house if I had to, if she didn't need the car for something, then I would tell her I'm going, or I wouldn't have to tell her that I'm going. I think most of the times I did tell her that I was going, especially if going to the principal's house. Like, I felt I had to tell my mother because, I felt so guilty also that. Maybe loving the principal now in fourth year, third year, fourth year, and not being able to love my mother that much, but being with her, in living with her, but not being able to, taking her for granted, and not. Oh, and during the depression, I what it was that crept inside of me was that maybe that self pity, and I couldn't bring myself to rise above. I read stories like, this particular saint, Christian saint, or someone, human rights, like, also about like stop worrying, start living. I read that book, the world's greatest comebacks. I read that book, and like a saint, I can't remember which Christian saint, like her mother, father were killed in front of her. She rose above that, and then finding, even like some Filipino maids or something coming to work, leaving the country. Yeah, in this way I could be spoiled. Yeah, homesick. Oh, homesick in London, just going there to study. And they told me, "Oh my God, the Italians said that I look like a princess, I walk like a princess," and they would call me princess there. Not only the Italian girls in the hostel, the Portuguese, some friends of mine in the hostel and college, they would call me princess. The Italian girls definitely called me princess in London. So maybe, yeah, spoiled in this way that I haven't been able to rise above. I wish I could. So that I could reach out to people, go out and help them, whoever needs, a helping hand we can give to reach out. That song also. It's not that I hope I'm not, sound, I hope I'm not a covert narcissist, but now I start to check myself recently. They, they don't know they are. Like Roma, Doctor, what's her name? Her video on YouTube. Um, oh goodness! Before it was like unhealthy relationship with your teacher, or 40 decades older to you, or could this be lesbianism? I had a friend who her figure, my cousin went goo goo gaga over beauty, and she used to show her cleavage, right? I never bothered for me what. Right. And she was very nice with me. Like, let's not. We used to go to get-togethers, family birthdays together, and she would have her cleavage showing, uh, uh, shalwar kameez and shalwar kameez, and it never occurred to me that nothing. I had no attraction for her. She was my friend, and 40 decades old teacher. if I was a if I was a lesbian, like my aunt even told me Karachi American School should have asked me, we've lived together. If my aunt ever felt that I was looking at her, we used to dress up in the room because we didn't have a attached bathroom. It was on old houses in Karachi. She was living in my bedroom day and night. And then she was married and she had left Pakistan. So at that time, I said if they had just asked me, called me over the phone, even, I would have told them, we've lived together. You're not like this. It's our culture. Anyways, it could be in our culture we do have lesbianism, but it's not like we also have this attachment to our aunts, and because of the family unit. What do you call that? Living together, like in a, what do you call that? Family, extended family living together. And then the grand aunts are there and the doors are open. And we get attached to our grand aunts. I did. I was attached. Like we would go to their places and be with, they would. So this was my. Anyways, I could be a covert narcissist. Now, what? So I'm trying to check myself. I'm listening. I can't concentrate because I've had, so much pressure on me since the 14 years. Miss Tissa uh, may have checked me in my, once when we started, uh, when we, when I got attached to her. She became my family friend. So this thing has got me, it's too, like everything, to be scared of everything. Oh, what if I'm like this? What if my love is fatal attraction type? Then I can't. But then I look, Sarah, if you felt rejected, stubborn, holding on, then why didn't you go and um, go go against your? Why didn't you say things against you? Because I didn't even say anything to this friend of mine who my cousin was Guru Gaga after, and she was in Karachi. She used to come to my place. I could have told her, know how my cousin is, but I maybe I couldn't tell her because I wanted to marry her or marry him. Sorry, um, at that time, and it wouldn't be to my advantage if it came out against him. And but I should have told my aunt who was living with me, right? Because once when she came back, no, after she came back, she told me that she went to Oman, and my aunt told her that against me, very spoiled. I should have told her that haven't they spoiled my cousin, boy cousin, older to me, so much that she's telling she's against me. And these, okay, bottom line now. So there's no way, yeah, it's good come out of Islam. I don't think we really care enough to reach out and really, we just want to make our point. Maybe I'm unfair. I don't know how to say this. Or we want what selfishly, like, okay, I'm now an ex-Muslim, former Muslim, and we want, so yeah, mutual interest. Let's say now it's our mutual interest. It won't be as bad as Islam and Shias also. I don't like one Shia coming here, really hopeless cases, even the Shias. So, um, like, oh, Muharram, you see, like this Noah Khan, Matam, so many men. Uh, and my father's Nishta Park is full, overflowing, crowded. Many people come for Imam Hussain. But, okay, they'll do all this, but really, where is your humanity? Where are those Shia women? And like, it's like Sister Gertrude, like, uh, we have so many. Maybe if they get up, they'll be, oh, if they do any, yeah, my cousin in Dubai was saying that, you see, if we Shias get up to do anything good, we get shot dead. Sorry, I was not supposed to say this. We get, our lives are taken. So Mother Teresa life. She could do this, but if we do that in Pakistan somewhere, we so many of our good doctors have been killed, lives taken in Shias. Yeah, yeah, that I know. In Pakistan, they won't allow Shias to even do like reaching out to each other in Pakistan. They would, oh, they kill our saints. Oh, sorry, religious scholars, who, yeah, like Sayyid Mehdi al Hakim and the Ba'athist party of Saddam. I heard killed him when he went from Dubai to Africa. He took his life, martyred. Yeah, so they don't live in Pakistan. Any Shia, if, but maybe in, like, keep a low profile, yet they saw Sadiq Hamshiri, very good. good-hearted Shia. Yeah, so this is there. And they took his life. Another reason why, although I'm in Dubai, due to my condition, I had to use social media. And having left Karachi, now losing my mother in Karachi and being, like kind of disorientated. First time coming to live here to the Bay, um, I took to social media and I used Hamdard's page for my principal. Oh God, it's very complicated. And a lot of things like park. Yeah, but still I feel reach out. I couldn't, and maybe many Shias can't. तो my aunt did say जिसको एहसास नहीं है, हम उनको एहसास तो नहीं दिला सकते हैं। ठीक है, अगर आपको हेल्प नहीं करना है, आप हेल्प नहीं आप नहीं जाए। एक तो ये शिया शिया में भी ये है ना कि एक वाइफ अगर ठीक नहीं है तो दूसरी शादी कर लो। um, but okay, keep if you can afford, पता नहीं क्या है इसमें। If the wife is first wife is not keeping well or something, you can marry another. Even if she's well, you can marry another wife. Have another wife, and the third one. और फिर बाप फादर बच्चों को भी नहीं प्रिपेयर करता है. The father doesn't prepare the children. It's in the हाँ, लेकिन वो अली असगर अली अकबर वो रोएंगे रोएंगे. बस ये कंडीशनिंग है जिससे बाहर नहीं निकल सकते. या तो ओके दे से दैट हमें शूट कर देंगे, हमें ये कर देंगे, हम कुछ अच्छा करते हैं. डॉक्टर्स को देखो, शिया डॉक्टर्स को पाकिस्तान ने मारा, जो भी केयर करता है उनको मार डालते हैं. शियास इन पाकिस्तान, गुड वंस, चुन चुन के choosing them. So okay, but uh, what about the Shias elsewhere? Can you not reach out for Pakistani Shias? I mean, there's no, where there's a will, there's a way. They say. So should have done something long time ago. So Iran promised to help out. Hezbollah, where's Hezbollah? And helping out. Send your people to Pakistan. Find jobs for work. The women empowerment. Borders, leave those, like, help out. Come to Pakistan. Help your fellow Shias. इराक में हेल्प नहीं कर सकते हैं जो हालत हुई है. एक तो पहले अमेरिका ने किया, पहले सद्दाम हुसैन ने किया ईरान इराक, फिर खुमैनी ने क्या किया है ईरान, वो चीज़ ईरान. फिर ये लड़ते मरते हैं शिया सुन्नी. So I was not able to help people. So this my condition, and I have my limits. Right. Maybe I'm not like, I don't have that compassion, because someone told me in Karachi, I was like, look at a Sunni young man I met, doctor, in a bookshop, and I said, look at this Mother Teresa, and he said Mother Teresa had compassion, so that has not been cultivated in me, um, so that I could rise above my own pain, and all that depression, madness, and now it became madness, mental illness, and reach out people. अभी ये जो इब्राहिम लोन भी आ रही थी, ये पता नहीं कह रहा था मैं ब्राह्मण हूँ. Maybe he's left Shia Islam. Before you're saying he's from Shia Islam. कश्मीरी हैं ये वो. तो मेरे प्रेसिडेंट के अगेंस्ट बात कर रहे हैं, या यूएई के अगेंस्ट, तो पहले अपने ठीक है, मुझे आप मरवाना और भी चाहते हैं क्या इधर, प्रेसिडेंट के अगेंस्ट, और ये वो, क्या मैं अनाउंस करूं, क्या मैं कॉल करूं प्रेसिडेंट को, या और ये आरबी सिंह, फहद अली क्यों मुझे मारेगा, क्यों मेरे लिए जनाजा बनाया है, अगर माना क्या बात है. और तुम लोग जाओ अपने कश्मीर में, देखो कितनी लड़कियां, क्या तुम इंडियंस नहीं कर रहे हैं, जो आप अपनी लड़कियों का हाल कर रहे हो. मुझे कश्मीरी, मुझे पता है क्या हाल करते हैं. ठीक है, एक कश्मीरी ने, सफ्तर कश्मीरी के भाई ने क्या बोला ऐसी गंदी, और किया भी है एक लड़की के साथ था, पता नहीं सच बोल रहा है या क्या, सच बोल रहा था. तो फिर वो चले गए, they left our house with this other guy. तो तुम लोग देखो, अपनी लड़कियों का फार वार के ख़त्म कर देते हो. कश्मीरी लोन, इश्तियाक इब्राहिम लोन आता है. तुम लोग क्यों अपनी लड़कियों का फाड़ रहे हो, कश्मीरी इंडियन सोल्जर्स नहीं कर रहे हैं जो कश्मीर. और फहद अली, ये बताओ, प्रेसिडेंट यूएई को छोड़ो, तुम लोग अपनी माँ बहनों को उधर शियाओं को छोड़ दो पाकिस्तान में, और दूसरों की माँ बहनों को छोड़ दो. इंडियन हिंदूज को कन्वर्ट किया है, लव जिहाद को छोड़ दो, अपना पहले करो उधर. स्टंटेड पीपल इन पाकिस्तान, करप्टेड पॉलिटिशियंस, चोर मकारी भरी हुई करप्शन, मिसोजिनी, क्या क्या नहीं है. एंड इस्लाम शुड बी गॉन. So Islam's autonomy, कि हम जो भी बोलें, बिकॉज अल्लाह ने हमें लाइसेंस दे दिया है अगेंस्ट अनदर रिलीजन, अगेंस्ट हम कन्वर्ट भी करें लोगों को, दे कैन लीव द रिलीजन, दे वोंट बी किल्ड by their Christians or their fellow Jews or their Hindus. But if Muslim leaves, even a Shia, then they'll be killed. Death penalty for apostasy. तो ये monopoly भी है, autonomy in Islam, freedom to speak against other religions, because Allah has, and in the Quran, and only to refrain from saying anything against idols or polytheist gods, lest they get provoked to say anything against their one true Allah, Quran ayat. Then monopoly in Islam, then kya zulm, like you could marry your babies before they've menstruated, Surah Divorce, Talaq, Ayat 4. Dissenting views, but mostly, I mean, you can do that. You can say the Quran ayat, this is how I interpreted this Quran ayat, taking this religious scholar, right, of this madhab, Islamic madhab. अपने beggars को देखो जाके, right? अच्छा, तो अगर सपोज अगर यूएई का प्रेसिडेंट चकला जो तुम लोग कह रहे हो है, तो तुम लोगों के कितने भरवे हैं पाकिस्तान में कश्मीर में जाके देखो, पॉलिटिशियंस भरे हुए एटलीस्ट, और लूटते हैं, अवाम को लूटते हैं पाकिस्तान। तो एटलीस्ट हमारे शेख तो नहीं लूटते अपने अपने लोकल्स नेशनल्स को। तुम लोग कहोगे हम लोग गरीब, तुम लोगों ने अपने आप को, मेरे फादर ने तो कहा ये कैसे मुसलमान है जो अपनी कंट्री को नहीं चाहते, अपने लोगों को नहीं चाहते हैं। सबसे कनिंग ये है पाकिस्तानी। और क्या करते हैं? सॉरी, आई हैड टू से भरवाज बिकॉज चकला मीन्स भरवा, पिम्प। ही सेड माय यूएई प्रेसिडेंट इज अ पिम्प, और वो क्यों उसको ऐसे मरवाओगे गद्दाफी की तरह? और ऐसे उसने क्या अच्छा, उसने अगर थाईलैंड बैंकॉक में किया है तो वो लड़कियां चाहती हैं होना। ये तो आपके इस्लाम में भी है कि सूरह नूर आयत 33 में, मैं बोल बोल के थक गई हूँ कि लुक, अगर रिलीजियस स्कॉलर्स इधर नहीं मानते हैं आपके तो मैं क्या करूँ? अल्लाह ने तो जो लिखा है वो लिखा है, एंड इट्स अ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन, रिमेन chaste. In the same ayat there's a contradiction. Fatayatakum, you can prostitute. Surah Nur ayat 33. बराबर देखो, I've been telling the Shias, I've been challenging them on this verse. 12 verse Shias. Prostitution is allowed. Compelled, forced prostitution is not allowed. जो तुम लोग भरवे करते हो, भरवागिरी, पाकिस्तान में मुसलमान पिम्प्स, तुम लोग तो छोड़ोगे नहीं। जब मैं पाकिस्तान में थी मैं कहती थी कि मुझे बेच देंगे, ऐसे चालाक हैं इधर। A Pakistani man, a boy came from Canada, boy, he was raped. अपने ही लोग कर रहे हैं। बेचारा रिक्शा में था, रिक्शा लिया था, ट्रैवल कर रहा था, उसको लेके रेप किया। अफगानिस्तान में बच्चाबाजी, ये वो। तुम लोग देखो, तुम लोग कैसे बरवागिरी कर रहे हो, क्या नहीं कर रहे हो। अफगानिस्तान, पाकिस्तान, कश्मीर में भी होता होगा, कोई शक नहीं है मुसलमानों में। फहद अली और इब्राहिम, मेरी बेटी को बचा। पहले तुम लोग देखो, जहां हो, दूसरों की बेटियों को नहीं, लौंडियां बनाया है तुम्हारे प्रॉफिट ने। अब तुम तो एक्स मुस्लिम हो गए हो तो तुम्हें अब इसकी बात कर रहे हो। शिया, फिर ब्राह्मण बने। ब्राह्मण को प्लीज, ब्राह्मण, अब उनको बुरा, डोंट गिव देम अ बैड नेम। इब्राहिम, लोन, इश्तियाक, जो भी आईडीज चेंज करके आते हैं। और वो मैं अली शाह एक्स मुस्लिम की तरह नहीं हूँ कि मैं अमेरिकन को यूज़ करूँगी या ग्रीन कार्ड के लिए मैं शादी करूँगी, या टेक देयर फॉर द नेशनैलिटी। और फिर मैं, दैट्स व्हाई आई लेफ्ट शिया इस्लाम। फिर भी मेरे अंदर एक गिल्ट है, लाइक अली शाह के अंदर होगा एक्स मुस्लिम, राइट? हु नोज व्हाई अली शाह एक्स मुस्लिम लेफ्ट Islam? Okay, the Shias, they can leave, they can marry Christians. इस्लाम में भरवागिरी है। इफ दे, तो मैंने तो सुना था कि कुछ अरबों को पता है ये, लेकिन वो बोलते नहीं है कि सूर्य। तो मुझे ये, जब मैंने ये देखा ना वापस से, आई रीचेक्ड सूर्य नूर आयत, तो तुम लोगों के प्रॉफिट ने अलाउ किया है परवागिरी और फतह। देखिए इधर, यहाँ तो ऐसा पुट करने से, putting it like this here in this, फहद अली, तुम्हारे प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद ने अलाउ किया है बरवागिरी, तुम्हारे अल्लाह ने अलाउ किया है बरवागिरी और फतयातकुम पिंपिंग, if without compulsion तो still prostitution ही होता है. It's not rape, it's not on rape. And do not compel your slave girls, fatayatukum hai, right, to slave girls to prostitution if they desire chastity. If they desire chastity, इतना भी ऐड किया है. इसका मतलब है इधर जो बोला है, अब बोला है कि if they desire, इधर ऐसा remain chaste. This is for what your right hands possess, right? But from what your right hands possess, the fatayat come, because Allah has repeated Himself, not only do not compel, meaning force, your slave girls to prostitution, but also He's added, if they desire chastity, right? समझ में नहीं आता, तुम लोग उर्दू में खोल के देखो, शायद तुम लोगों के ट्रांसलेटर्स ने तुम लोगों को डिसीव किया है, गलत लिखा है. अरबिक में देखो, थैंक्स टू कुरान.com. पाकिस्तानी और ये ट्रॉल्स जो उधर आए थे, तुम लोग कुछ इंडियन हिंदूज भी जिधर मैं जाती हूँ उनको अच्छा नहीं लगता है शायद. वैसे अब ओके फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, वो भी देखें वो कैसे गालियां देता था, इधर टटिया नहीं मारो और ऐसे ऐसे वल्गर फ्रॉम सैयद यजीद, राइट. अभी क्या जरूरत है ऐसे बोलने की, ऐसे ऐसे. और एडम सीकर को देखो कैसी कैसी गालियां देता है. तो ये पाकिस्तानी मुसलमान जो थे, ये सुधरेंगे नहीं, ये इनका वल्गर एनवायरनमेंट में पैदा हुए हैं और वल्गर ही रहेंगे. और जो गाली भी नहीं देते हैं, जो कुछ नहीं कहते हैं, वो भी हम नहीं हैं. वो किसको क्या मदद करेंगे, राइट. वो अपनी लाइव स्ट्रीम में नहीं कर सकते तो दूर की बातों को छोड़ो. जो अभी हो रहा है इधर, इधर देखो तो रो पड़ते हैं. और इतना रुलाया मुझे वो अली शाह ने, मैं रोई तो नहीं था लेकिन मैंने उसको दिया. प्रोस्टिट्यूशन, मैंने तो अभी ये he has given you and do not compel your slave girls to prostitution. देखो compel लिखा है, अरबिक में देखो तुकरिहु. हाँ, शायद तुम लोगों अभी तुम लोगों को पाकिस्तानी, तुम लोगों को सही तरह आ गया है कैसे प्रोनाउंस करते हैं अरबिक. हाँ, तुकरिहु. अरबी बनने वाले पाकिस्तानी मुसलमान, तुम्हें प्रोनाउंस करने आ गया है. अब इसका मतलब आता है, मतलब आता है तुकरिहु का मतलब आता है या नहीं आता है. ये जाहिल अरबों के लिए था, जाहिल अरबों के लिए. Recitation, recital. This was for the illiterate Arabs. This Quran. तुम लोगों को क्रिश्चियंस पता है कि ये कुरान किसके लिए था. एक और आयत है जो कहता है it implies that this was actually meant to be recited for the illiterate Arabs. It was not a reading, not supposed to be read out. It was to be recited to them. It was not supposed to be written. Not even reading for reading purpose. Compel. तो तुम लोगों की अकलें कहाँ हैं, अकलें कहाँ हैं तुम लोगों की. हाँ, where's your intellect. देखो देखो देखो. And let be chaste those who do not find means of marriage marriage until Allah enriches them, right? So you have to be chaste. Who are they? From what your right hands possess, right? But from what your right hands possess, the fatayatakum, you can prostitute if they don't want to remain chaste, but don't compel them. This ayat, this part of the ayat is, do not compel your fatayatakum. Doesn't say what your right hands possess. There it may be for all. No, it is here for the. Oh no, no, but no, this is fakar. Yeah, there it's for aima. Malak, yeah, possess of your right hands, right? So the certain part, these ones from what your right hands possess, this group, but not the whole. Then extract the fatayatakum. Allah has extracted fatayatakum like He's extracted the fatayatakum from what your right hands possess in Surah Nisa ayat 25, right? Then He says, and that's why He's put this clause here, ayat part here. What clause has He put here in this ayat? If there, why? He doesn't say if He wanted to say what He has said here, He would not have said, if this remained con- uh, for this also, these fatayatakum remain chaste. Let them remain chaste. No, this does not remain here in this part of the ayat. जैसे एक मेन क्लॉज होता है फिर एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है उसमें क्लॉजेस होते हैं राइट कुछ एडिशंस होते हैं कुछ सब्ट्रैक्शन तो ऐसे इधर फतयातकुम का एक्सट्रैक्ट किया है फ्रॉम व्हाट योर राइट हैंड्स possess the ones you use for maids or slave girls or maids them don't compel them to prostitution अब किधर आयत में बताओ कुरान की कि टेल मी शो अस शो मी हियर कि जो फतयातकुम के लिए नहीं है you're not supposed to prostitute them and they are supposed to remain chaste right yes they are supposed to remain those who have remained chaste from the fatayatakum yes surah nisa 25 marry them nikah do nikah with them ठीक है चलो ठीक है we found that I found it for you in surah nisa 25 fatayatakum it says of what your right hands possess but that they remain chaste they have remained chaste and they are chaste but here it says if these fatayat they have if meaning these fatayatakum if they desire chastity meaning if they don't desire chastity then it wouldn't even be compelled and if they want to be prostitutes then it wouldn't be compelled forced prostitution forced prostitution of fatayatakum is not allowed in Islam but otherwise it is allowed for these fatayatacums who want to prostitute themselves. So you buy these girls and you sell them also. So agar Sheikh has found out the right meaning of this. तुम लोग और तुम लोग अपने शेख अच्छा ठीक है यूएई रिच है लेकिन किसने अपने मुल्क को लाइक माय फादर वाज सेइंग ओके इधर ऑयल है ये बट उधर क्या हमारे पास उधर उस तरफ पाकिस्तान he's lived there so he says like इधर इस तरफ हमारे पास क्या नहीं है पाकिस्तान के पास नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज है गैस दिस दैट क्या नहीं है लेकिन खा पी के लूटा खत्म कर दिया पाकिस्तान को मुसलमानों ने ये मुसलमानों ने oh Muslims you did this to Pakistan Pakistani Muslims did it at least the Arab sheikhs don't loot or fight at least I'm if I was in Pakistan what would have happened to me at least they made themselves and they're not lootifying they give free a lot of things there was no tax here Pakistanis could come okay this and that what no tax free for so many years. Prostitution, they desire. Or yeah, I have to point out certain things, like also your behavior on the live stream, like you are worse than kids. There's no like ethics, this thing on the chat. You're talking to each other. You hello, hi, yeah, oh, I met you there, and what are you having now? And oh yes, and Muhammad did this, and then that Anna Haq and all this, and what is this? अच्छा एक तरफ से on one side yeah Muhammad did this but what are you hello hi this that Madiha is going on talking and Dr. Afaf and all this तो तुम लोग यहाँ तो ये इंडियन मुसलमान पाकिस्तानी मुसलमान ये बातें कर रहे अपने आप में and asking me also फिर ले आया और ये आया that are you Pakistani and I said Wasim are you do you so you have a channel I said yes I mean, but my channel I didn't like but of course not like Dr. Madiha's channel इसको हारिस सुल्तान ने बोला है कि ये and Haris Sultan himself doesn't seem like he has a heart. यहाँ तो फिर Jesus Christ जैसे Christians होते हैं rise above. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बैठा है वीडियोस दिखा रहा है when you have the evidence then send it my father ये तो नहीं है कि तुम लोग मेरे जैसे लाचार हो गए हो right that I have to use this तो तुम लोग भी क्या लाचारी when you have the evidence मेरे father ने तो कहा about a certain matter United Nations appeal to United Nations about this maybe international law I was like no this is about change in the law reformation mediation I wanted to first have to start not to go to United Nations it's not an internet but they can for one case maybe even United Nations should be able to help out right mm. Appealing to them so but we can't I don't think it would reach the United Nations family inheritance cases to be handled through mediation and all this so reform in family cases, court cases. So, no, but this thing about uh, A lot of things like Palestinian ex-Muslim saying things against Israel, and then I asked him, what do you think about Mossab Hassan, the son of Hamas? Oh, it's mostly this that he's not. It's on religion mostly, and he's no. You look at the history. Israel is not an Jewish Israel is not an apartheid state. I checked. This person doesn't know history. Its own history he doesn't know properly, or they're lying. Took me so many years to find out what is this going on. And I was blaming the Israeli Jews. And the Hezbollah did the right thing that time, and when I was in Karachi, that killed two of them because they've killed so many of, oh my God, they killed so many Palestinians, children, they said. Sending emails, forwarding them, passing them on. Huh? Then recently, so confused, what? I found out the truth. And he's very eloquent and all the secular spirit he calls himself. So these ex-Muslims have made a mockery. Only Mossab Hassan I can trust. Why do you lie so much? Then these Pakistani ex-Muslims and Indians coming there, or who are they? And this Anna Haq and all this. She goes to Alicia and all the, and the Indians have, अभी तुम लोगों को भी निकाल रहे हैं यूएस से. So many illegal immigrants. पता चला मुझे कि बहुत इंडियंस इलीगली रह रहे थे अमेरिका में. And really, I don't want any attention or anything. Thank God there's no one here and I'm talking to myself. और शिया भी क्या कैसे really आते हैं इधर? क्या हम लोग donkeys हैं क्या? मैं donkey नहीं बनना चाहती हूँ. Like your जुम्मा सूरज जुम्मा उनको बोला है ना यहूदियों को कि मैं तुम लोग बुक्स कुरान पढ़ूं, इमाम हुसैन की मजलिस में जाऊं और ऐसे कुरान पढ़ूं जैसे तुम लोगों को सिखाया गया है. और रिलीजियस स्कॉलर से तुम लोगों के कंसल्ट करूं और वो मुझे बोलें कि सूर्य नूर की आयत, और वो मुझे बोलें कि अच्छा सूर्य नूर की आयत पे बोलेंगे. What are they going to tell me on Surah? Not to go that far like in my previous live stream on this. Huh? What are they going to tell me that your Prophet Muhammad Zaid and forced marriage of Zainab bin Josh to Zaid in 37, Surah 33, ayat 37. How will you get away? Sneaky way में. You see, this is an order, command. When the messenger, prophet giving a command to Zaid, he's not supposed to divorce his wife. चलो ये तो समझ में आ गया कि Prophet Muhammad doesn't have to say, because I found it's not focusing. I found it in Surah Baqarah ayat that if you want to marry someone who, no, but you're supposed to, what is this? You're supposed to wait. No, but he's told he actually, Prophet Muhammad himself. Okay, the other person who wants to marry Zainab bin Josh is supposed to keep his mouth shut. But the Prophet himself is telling Zaid, that's an order to Zaid to keep his wife, fear Allah. Now, why is the divorce happening? It's not even a divorce, it's like when you have, but you concealed within yourself what Allah was to disclose. That was that you were so that the Prophet was supposed to marry Zainab bin Josh now, or he wanted to marry Zainab bin Josh. But he's told Zaid to keep his wife and fear Allah. Isn't that a command? And Allah was to disclose, and you fear the people. इधर भी क्या शिया religious scholars tafsir में खौफ है खुदा खौफ है people. It's like Hazrat Musa, Hazrat Musa. Or even like, actually, he's telling the Prophet Muhammad, he's telling them that, oh, meaning Allah is telling the people that by saying that you, to Prophet Muhammad, you feared the people. Actually, shouldn't Allah put it that, oh, people, he's not supposed to fear you. He's to fear me. I mean, तुम लोगों के अल्लाह ने कैसे लिखा है इधर? Or if he wants to tell the Allah wants to tell the people that he's not supposed to fear you, and this is how he's put it. Your Allah is poor, right? Poor, doesn't know how to convey. Then, so what he means here is not what he actually, your religious, in tafsir, your Shia religious scholars have to explain what he means here. That no, Prophet Muhammad didn't fear Allah, fear the people, but that's how it's written. This also. So many mistakes I found here. And you want me, you keep coming here to tell me that I should listen to your religious scholars, take the tafsirs that your Shias have given me, your religious scholar Shias have given me. These were my religious scholars. I was a Shia. Now, what are you telling me? Do you want to drive me insane more than I am? Repeat. Who goes on when I can? No, no. My Allah would not put it like this, that you fear the people, whereas you should fear Allah. Indirectly telling, so is what an indirect way. This is a, you know, if someone, if a human being, if my, let's say, my principal that I'm closer to, and my friend comes in and uh, uh, she, my principal is telling my friend, I don't know how to put this, that she's just met, right? That, I don't know how shall I put it. I don't know how to give you an example. In other words, the people, uh, and you fear the people, while Allah has more right that you fear Him. My principal says about me that I fear her more than I fear Allah, right? Or she tells my friend, and my friend agrees. Both of them. So we're very scared of Zahra. So, Zahra, we are so scared of Zara, Laila, but we are not so scared of Allah. Allah, we are not scared of, but we are scared of Zahra. What the principal is trying to say, or what actually she means, they both mean by saying that we fear Zahra. more than Allah. Trying to tell the people, oh people, like we're supposed to. What is it? Oh my God. Shouldn't Allah have put it? So I'm trying to correct your Allah and the religious scholars who say about this ayat that actually Allah means that Allah is telling the people that by putting it this way, that He's not supposed to fear you, He's supposed to fear me. But what has actually Allah said here? Okay, I feel like throwing up, really. I think Shias, you must watch Danish Bashir. Maybe some of you Shias, it's not surprising that you could be in this. I've checked myself also, and like some of you saying, without Imam Hussein, I would have been a great tyrant. So it wouldn't be inside you. Then you've turned out to be a you psycho. Then Imam Hussein, your religious, only that religious thing is holding you back. Without Imam Hussein, if Imam Hussein wasn't there, I would have been a big playboy, gone after women and been a womanizer, right? So that, there are some human beings, they're not womanizers. And they won't even say without Imam Hussein or their religion. Maybe Christian or like or or putting this thing for humanity, I would say, like someone like on the borderline maybe of covert narcissism. I say without Imam Hussein, like I wouldn't be complaining to Allah, why aren't you helping the people who are suffering, Shias, who are suffering, who have gone insane, who are on psychiatric medications. One prayer of dua yastashir, one naad ali balatali, one naad ali. Calamities are removed, obstacles are removed. Oh, Allah's testing you. You say you believe, but that you will not be tested. Surah Ankabut ayat. Allah's testing us. Okay. But what about this? That if there was no, if Imam Hussein wasn't there, I would have been a very cruel person. It's only my religious laws that are keeping me. Imam Hussein has put that feeling for humanity. But what about those non Muslims, non Christians, even? What about the Jews who have humanity in them? Huh? That means that we have maybe covert narcissism, we are, and we didn't realize this. Oh, so you see that Shia coming here and telling me to go to the Shia. Maybe he's also borderline covert narcissist. So you must see this Shias. Maybe check yourselves and do some. Go to Dr. Sam Baknin also, and go to. Let me open the YouTube here and show you. Yeah, so maybe you have this. And do narcissists know they are narcissists? Dr. Ramani, right? So, Dr. Ramani, I was wrong about narcissism. Danish Bashir, is it going to focus? Because I was wrong about narcissism. Danish Bashir. So, there is an element of empathy, but it's like self pity, and there is this victim. Maybe Shias who come here still, and you can be very sharp at times. I've seen that. Even I. have shocked myself like Imam Hussein, full of compassion. How could I even have a streak of cruelty in me when God has said, but if Imam Hussein was in there, what would this the streak in me? I can't cruelty or the self pity. Uh, do narcissists know? They don't know. Dr. Ramani, oh my God, they are narcissists. So I've been checking myself. Suspect that you are narcissistic? Do this. How many videos? Why narcissists cry at the movies? Why would you cry for Imam Hussein? You see why you cry? Sometimes I've even checked myself. I can relate to, oh my God. If I couldn't relate to it, would I be crying? So there could be Shias who cry for Imam Hussein, they're conditioned to cry. But see how you treat someone else's Akbar 18-year-old son? Would you even reach out? For one day, maybe the next day, my father said, in the hospital, like, people will come for like a whole month. Who will come then? If you're in the hospital for a whole month, visitors will dwindle away, right? One day, someone's husband passed away. We all go for the soyam third day or that day, and then who will keep coming? And huh? How many people dwindle away? Friends will. And there are friends who love to see you suffer. So some of them, in the name of just showing that we're worried about you. Yeah, I tell me, how are you? And they love to see you breaking. Love to see you break. I needed an expert. Why kindness makes people disrespect you. Anthony Hopkins recently uploaded a video. Old age motivation channel on YouTube. If they hurt you, confuse them like this. It's from Peak Push channel. Sir Anthony Hopkins, motivational speech. Another one is Family Demons. If I can find it in my. So they what I couldn't say for 40 years. So Anthony Hopkins has said it in this video. Price of betraying a good soul, the old age motivation channel. And Sir Anthony Hopkins. They tried to destroy you, but something terrible happened. You need to see old age motivation channel. Oh, they will come, friend. No, I would tell my father that even after 30 days they will come in the hospital if they will come all dressed up. Oh, I did bungee jumping. They see you've got a lame, your foot, and you're saying, "Oh, yeah, before you were sports, but athletic." And daredevil. Oh, I did this bungee jumping. Who's looking good today? Who's looking good in every way? Gigolo. Who's looking good? Please play that song. Who's looking good? Lyrics. Oh, darling, honey, friend, come. I've just bought a pink BMW. I will take you out for a drive. Na- uh, Nina, Cherry, will you stop this gigolo scratching and give me a beat? Ouch! Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the hi-hat. Go on. That's good. Now the tambourine right now. Whoa, yeah, DJ. Who's that gigolo on the street? Who's looking good today? Who's looking good in every way? No style rookie. You better watch, don't mess with me. No money man can win my love. Of course they can. So this, maybe I'm also a borderline. So oh yeah, and I'm just thinking, I went into a reverie. I'll look into this matter and get to the too much has happened. So caring for someone. Yes, I also went to some channel saying I went on the that you don't you see what they're doing there? If you have moderators, then please, right? Your moderators are not taking action. You should have more moderators, and you should also be looking in the chat. Yes, shouldn't allow these things. When when we were talking on Salim Lalani's live stream, very good the way, although he twists and turns the truth and all against his Highness Aga Khan. And I've told him this recently. So I'm on that. Whether I said so, Anna Haq, that lady on Madiha talks. Like I was saying, I don't know. She comes there, so maybe that they like her channel and. They, uh, she was telling her someone else is using my ID in it. So which one was it? Who? It was very difficult, right? And then the trolls had come from my. I recognized the Sarah and all trolls. I don't know. They keep changing their names also. Even the Sarah, there was her name is Sarah, had a different ID name on. So, anyways, I was like, s- so I suspected from Anahak that if she could herself do something about this rather than disturb Dr. Madiha, right? There are very clever distractors and all. So I suspected some distraction. And it was hard for even I couldn't see anyone abusing with the same ID, Anahak's ID. Maybe I've on when this person came on my channel, maybe I've banned this person, right? I couldn't see, but anyone abusing. So I thought this one was a troll too, or someone they're asking for distractions and distracting Dr. Madiha. But I kept my mouth shut. And when with that, I saw the troll Sarah, and oh, I said, this is the Sarah from the Bay. There's these trolls that were on my live stream. I don't know which name, but Fahad Ali could change his name. Alisha ex-Muslim have said that I'm going to change my IDs and come and harass you. I won't leave you, this, that, right? He's threatened to do that. But they can change their IDs immediately. They can change their names. I don't know how many times on Facebook, very few times, but you can change your ID many times on YouTube, every other minute. Or you can use another channel. Yeah, I've made so many channels, right, on YouTube. So you can do that and you can switch very easily from one channel to another. Or could it be that Alisha didn't get that? He was there, Wallah Habibi, Yallah Habibi, this time. And these trolls did poison me against Madiha. You see, they stopped because I said, I think maybe they stopped this kind of talking distraction that they do on other channels too, live stream. How are you? And this, and asking this personal question, asking that person, and each other. They come in groups and then they ask, hello, and are you, did you have tea, and this and that. So on Salim Lana, it's like there's a lot of activities at once, like because I was started to actually one comment I made to Salim Lalani and that you people what this is wrong, right? But then this other merchant answered me, "Oh Zara, have you been paid by Agha Khan?" And so I was answering him, and so it became like a now on the live chat activity, right? So he started to question and tell me make things against me. So then Salim Lalani said that I see a lot of activity going on in the live chat, right? Which means this is not right. When they have when they have an interview, and when Dr. Afaf is talking, And so you know the stream of Dr. Madiha, that first she talks on that topic and they try to cover everything, and then it passes on, she passes on to Dr. Afaf, then it goes to Nadia Chaudhary and the next one. So I said, I didn't say it like this because I couldn't remember what is how Salim like a lot of activity going on here, and it shouldn't be. This is rude considered. Anyways, comments. I've also now sent a rude comment to Dr. Madiha. You are a covert narcissist. And who do you think you are? Like, you think too much of yourself. And हम क्या आलतू फालतू हैं? These Pakistanis, I've given up on them. Nooria Khan and anyways, that'd be. Oh, what else? Well, oh, I was going to search. I get lost in these other YouTube. Where's my post now? Oh, nonsense. क्या हो रहा है? Or it won't make a difference really. Even if you leave Islam, not much of a little bit different. So the first comment, there are more comments. I wonder if she would be able to then. On Madiha Talks channel. I'll be removing my live chat comments. Been taken for granted here. हम आलतू फालतू नहीं डॉक्टर मदिया, हम आलतू फालतू नहीं. तो जिसने चलो okay, someone's abusing with your ana haq ID. हमने तो distract भी नहीं किया, हम तो अच्छे अच्छे comments वहाँ वाकई में they deserve it. वो भी नहीं screen पे आ रहा था, but I don't need that. I was like, let it be. I don't need her attention or anything. Put my comments on the screen. And I was checking myself, Abhi, लेकिन मुझे, I thought about it and maybe it's the devil that's gotten into me. Uh, so it was hard for Madi. Actually, she said sorry to Anahak because it was a little hard for her to make out, like in the beginning, which one is the right ID. Because why should it be hard for Dr. Madiha when one ID is abusing and the other ID is not abusing of Anahak, right? So I think she commented there herself in the live chat, telling Anahak, sorry, I took me time, or and it was difficult to make out which one is the true ID because the one is abusing. Hmm? Actually, I couldn't see the abuse. Maybe that ID has been uh, blocked by me on my channel. But sometimes when I hide, like Alicia's, I've hidden, but I can't. Like he's come on. I could see him. I've blocked Ali Shah ex-Muslim, right? But I could see his comment on the live chat of Madiha talks. But Anahak said, I, so I suspected that this is a way of distraction, distracting Dr. Madiha. Although she is, I've seen as she comes, she's been coming there before. She's put a comment there. If one ID is abusing, then why would it be hard for Dr. Madiha to make out which ID of Anahak is abusing? So I have to figure out like some Indians, or what is this? Are they jealous? I have to, I don't want to go to this. Anahak, she comes to all these other ex Muslims channels. I'm going to, okay, I suspect, but right now it's too early, or I have no time for this nonsense. No, no, I have to, no, I cannot in this condition I'm in. So I suspect, and I said it without much further. Uh, so Joe, really, I was saying that this will help Pakistan. Like we need people like her and Dr. Afaf and all, and the third lady also there, and to help Pakistan, and like Sayyid Muzammil official on YouTube. All this. So this, not that I need any attention, but really I thought reunion is bittersweet. Oh, the Telegraph. 3-year-old son of hostage hugs parent for first time in 16 months. Oh my, okay. A bit hard for me to. Wife was killed on October 7 massacre. Telegraph. Oh, look at this. It's the price they have to pay for some. Even the ex-Palestinian, ex-Muslim Palestinians who think this is an apartheid. Okay, they don't. I don't know what they say about this. Do you think that the Israelis deserve? There was some Pakistani or someone saying that on Madiha talks that, what was it? Oh, okay. Oh, Indian, that they stole our this, but didn't you Pakistani steal their land? Oh, the Britishers, they stole our money, and they made London with our money or something. They stole our money. Now you see, I was told long time ago by my aunt that after 100 years of rule, where the British colonial rule, right? What do you call it? Empire or what it was. That the sun wouldn't set for 100 years. They apologized, and then okay, they didn't give back London or the money, but they realized their mistakes, and they're wonderful people now in London. In fact, the Indians I can't trust. Corruption, so much corruption has come. But this if one true person one true friend I can find here that, who, and we both, I don't know, maybe we can change the world. Or, no, we can give each other support, not change the world. The world, if you want to change the world, you have each and every one of you has to change, but it's difficult. When I heard Dr. Sam Vaknin recently in his video say that we can't change what is our has become our second nature now since childhood. If I've learned to, if I've been put on smoking, if you think that I'm going to leave it or change, or the way the conditioning, I can't. Like I wanted to help people, but I couldn't reach out. Can't go to. So this I cannot change. I have to accept. Acceptance of what is, what life has made of me, what some experiences, well, and know the serenity to change the things I can and to leave the things I cannot change. So, what, even if no one is listening, I'm ranting, maybe someone, like for example, after many years, I wanted an expert. And recently I found Sir Anthony Hopkins' motivational. I was like, I couldn't put words. I couldn't even copy a little bit of what I felt this friend was. And I was recently thinking, like, why would another friend of mine look at her with wide eyes open in my room? What was it? And then a telepathy came to me. And then after that day, she said, this is the last day I'm coming. She was my SM Law College friend and against this other O level friend. Why did her eyes open wide? It was scary. But I was like against this friend. Oh, so like there are they um like they come and they're very good. They're your friends. You don't see the red flags. You're so, oh, I worry for. Tell me, what are you doing? They will get your whatever, get something out of you. Maybe a secret. You don't want to tell them you're in pain or something. You want to know how much pain you are in. And they enjoy that, but they won't show it. And of course, these are the friends who would come to see you unable to dress, you know, uh, properly dressed up. Oh, honey. Oh, yeah. Oh, I saw. Oh, darling honey. Honey bunny. So good to see you. So good to hear your voice. Uh, when I saw hypocrisy, right, I was like disgusted. Like I didn't want to be polite and gorgeous. Like, yeah, so I get like this, right? My reaction. Take care of yourself. Okay. I would say, I think I would keep it that. So remembering the hypocrites. Oops. How are you? Okay. Like, okay. I mean, imagine if Miss Dessau were to come back. Oh, it was like I had just come from London. and there was a pool of water puddle there. And Mr. Saw said, "Watch out!" I had seen her after 2 months, right, going to her place, summer vacations from London. I had come to Karachi, and it was like, "You've cut your hair," and I couldn't say anything. I just went walking up to her, and I just hugged her. I couldn't say anything. Hi, Miss Disa, it's been such a long time. No, I was just quiet, walked towards her, said, "Watch the puddle, Zara." And, "Oh, you've had a haircut from London." Or, "You've had a haircut." And I went up to her and hugged her. But even then, I don't know. हर हाथ मिलाने वाला दोस्त नहीं होता, कहते हैं. In Urdu, they say, every friend that shakes your hand is not your friend. Everyone that shakes your hand is not. Anyone who shakes your hand for everyone. हर हाथ मिलाने वाला दोस्त नहीं होता. हर हर hug करने वाला भी दोस्त नहीं होता, because I remember this friend. और बहुत like so I didn't have words. But it is patiently waiting for you to breaking, see you breaking, patiently waiting for you to see breaking. You have all the patience. Oh, okay. And sometimes it takes 40 years, 30 years to find out. 21 years. Still, like, you would think, oh, aren't you judging her? But what was it that. And then they would say that you are mad to think this way. I have been a good friend to you. You really were such a good friend. Then why did you tell your sister what your sister told me? Which is not true. Let me see whose house. I could have used Libby's house from Mr. Sa later. Balcony or something. Whose house could I have used? Which friend did I use? But if I wanted to go to Mr. Sa, not even Libby could have stopped me at that time. Maybe her mother could have. But they would come and hug me. Okay, so once I got carried away and I used Libby's balcony. But do you think if I would I want to use, like I was like, what's happened to me? Yeah? If I want to go to Mr. Sa, कोई माँ का कोई दीवार मुझे रोक नहीं सकता है. Now why? Because they are the ones who stopped me. And then a little bit मेरा भी दिल है अब उधर मैं जाके जाके हर वक्त तो मैं इस्तिसा के लिए नहीं जाती थी, राइट? कभी अगर अभी स्लिप हो गया over, लेकिन if I really want to go and see Miss Tisa, I don't have to send her messages indirectly, use someone's balcony. You know that? And it was due to them कि वो नीचे आ जाते थे और कहते चलो मेरे साथ हमारे साथ छोड़, हम मुझे हक करते थे आंटी उनकी लिबी की माँ. So at least okay one day but I wouldn't use people's houses. कि मेरा कज़न आए और ये इधर मैं नहीं देख सकती हूँ और look at the things you've used. Users.